justice. We the people demand abolition.
A bill recently introduced to the Texas legislature is calling for a total abortion ban for the first time in Texas history. The bill drew crowds of supporters to the Texas Capitol Saturday morning with a rallying cry of equal protection and equal justice. Hundreds and hundreds of abolitionists gathered here today at the Texas Capitol to support House Bill 948, the Abolition of Abortion in Texas Act. The bill is authored by State Representative Tony Tinderholt and has 10 co-sponsors.
There's never been a better time to pursue the abolition of abortion than right now. Since 1973 and the legalization of murder in this country, over 58 million babies have been slaughtered under the lie of choice and individual freedom, and we're stopping it in Texas.
Tinderholt has received death threats since putting the legislation forward, but promised supporters that this would only strengthen his resolve to protect the lives of unborn children in Texas. He even had a message for his opponents.
I will not bend, I will not fold, I will not pull this bill regardless of what the other side says, does, or threats.
Opponents of the bill, including pro-life leaders and organizations, claim that the bill is unconstitutional and will only be thrown out by the Supreme Court. Abolitionists, however, argue that the Supreme Court ruling in Roe v. Wade was itself unconstitutional and ought to be ignored.
If we are unwilling to say no to the Supreme Court, what have we made it?
If you believe the Constitution gives a woman a right to an abortion and you're a Republican, you're in the wrong party. But if you believe that the Constitution does not give a woman a right to an abortion, but instead says that the life of a child may not be taken without due process of law, that a person's life may not be taken without due process of law, then that's what this bill does. So this bill is the most constitutional bill here.
Abolitionists have stood out here with signs saying things like, ignore Roe, the Supreme Court is dead wrong, stop regulating murder, and basically calling out to their legislators to approach fighting abortion differently than they have for the past 44 years. Historically, the pro-life movement in Texas has focused on measures that address abortion as health care, improving safety standards at abortion clinics, banning certain methods of abortion instead of abortion itself, and regulating the treatment of aborted baby parts instead of criminalizing the act of ripping babies into parts. HB 948 supporters say such measures fall far short of treating abortion as murder and are instead calling for total abolition.
All we're asking the legislature to do is to stop regulating abortion and instead abolish it, treat it as murder.
HB 948 is currently in committee, and advocates of the bill and abolitionists will be returning to the Capitol to lobby for it to come out of committee and reach the floor for a vote.
Turn their eyes and pass on by the man on this Jericho road. The voice as strong as the